Greetings, my wolf pups. Lord Von Wolf here with another episode of Noob Sauce. Now, last episode we kind of did a little bit more on surviving while traveling and stuff like that. So I've been trying to open up the world a little bit to discover some more stuff. I was able to discover these spruce trees. I'll go into detail with that a little bit on. But this episode we're going to continue with exploring but finding treasure. Now, over in this direction, following the coastline, I came across another set of ruined houses. It was like 4 or 5 of them. And in those chests there, I found this item. It's called a buried treasure map. Now, if I put it in my hands and look at it this way, get that down here so I can talk about this, we can see nice big and stuff like that. Now, what this is saying is that there is a buried treasure somewhere here in this location. Now, we don't get the coordinates for this location, but we know where we are because the map places us somewhere along wherever it is we are. And to understand how to follow this, north is up, south is down, east is to the right, west is to the left. No matter which way you're looking at this map, that always remains the same. So our character, this white dot, is up north and west of the X. So we actually have to travel south and east or southeast to get to this X. So that's what we're going to do. Now, since I don't want to have to keep doing this with the map and everything like that, I'm going to take it and place it in my offhand or the shield slot. And you can see it brings up a small version of that same map, but we can see it without having to do all this other stuff. Alright, so I know since this section here is water because it's the line thing. Alright, let's see if we can find where this buried treasure is. And also, going in this direction is a desert that also has a village in it. We should hopefully get to that. And over here is a sunken ship. Hopefully we can get to all of that stuff. So I'm going to head east, south. See, so east. If you look at my little toggle thing down here, it changes from south and east. So I know I'm heading in a southeasterly direction. Now, if you travel away from it, that little white dot will get smaller and smaller. If it's already small and you travel towards it, it'll get bigger and bigger. And eventually, you will see the map starting to fill in. I can't... Yeah, see, now, if you look over here, the map is starting to fill in. So I know we're getting closer and closer, and we can get out of the boat. Give me the boat. All right. Now, I normally fill all these maps in because I like to put them up for display and stuff like that. But we're going to try to get, let's go east so we can try to actually get on the map here. Now, since it's in my offhand, we can actually see the progress of our character on the map itself. But keep an eye out because you don't want to fall. Hey, you don't want to fall into holes like that. Or you don't want to run into mobs. Chickens. Okay, see, yep. Okay, now we're finally on the map. When you're actually on the map itself, the character changes into this like oval shaped with a little like pointer on the front of it. Okay, so we have this big pond right here next to us. That's this body of water. The ocean appears to be just right over there. Here's this inlet. There's a nice hole right there to explore. Oh, by the way, this is another thing I wanted to show you. I did bring the shears. We will find the buried treasure first, but we will come back to that. That biome right there. Okay, I think I'm going to go around this way. That biome right there that you see with this like olive drab type green and those things that are hanging down off the trees, those are vines. Those you can use for climbing, decoration, and that's what actually you use to create mossy blocks with. But you have to use shears on them to collect them. On our way back, we'll come and get that and make sure we have enough room. Okay. Ooh, dogs. These are untamed wolves. When you tame them, they become dogs. We have 4 of them. I have some bones back on my base. I'm going to have to come back. If you feed them bones, there's a possibility of taming them. And how you know they're tamed is, A, they'll sit down and there'll be a red collar that forms right around their head. Right, so I'm definitely going to be doing that, but not right now. We're after treasure. Army Mayday. Okay, so it looks like it's on the edge of this little islet. Okay, so it's over in here. It's on that end there. Now, unfortunately, X doesn't necessarily mark the spot exactly. You have to dig, and sometimes you can get an indication as where it might be by the layout of. Okay, so I am possibly somewhere in this section, it looks like. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is dig, turn around, and possibly even in here. Okay, so if I move, okay, so maybe even right in here. Alright, let's dig just a little bit, see if we can find anything. Now, if you're on multiplayer and you see something like this, that's because somebody was digging for a treasure map. I don't want to see just quite yet. I mean, if you really want to be nice, you can fill all the stuff back in, but you don't. It's entirely up to you. Some people do who run servers would like you to replace the blocks you take away. If I am not technically seeing anything right away, let's see here. Now, the X is an approximation. It's not an exact science. Generally speaking, too, it's not under stone, but it has been known to happen. That's why I bring my other tools with me, just for that reason. So let's make another shovel here real quick. Alright guys, let me dig all this out and I will be back to show you exactly what you're looking for. Alright guys, we're back. Just to show you what I had to do to find this treasure chest. Look at this. I didn't dig up any of the stone, but I dug up the sand and the sandstone. Okay. I mean, look at this. So, just to show you, the treasure chest is underneath this stack of dirt right here. Alright. And if you can see the map a little bit, it's not quite. If you can see the little pointer now is in the northern part of that X. Right, so let's get under here and get this. Okay. So we're going to click on it and look at all the goodies we get out of here. Wow, dice. Let me go before I drown. I have enough stuff, enough inventory slot, so we can get this chest. And I'm going to break the chest and collect everything that's in it. Good. Okay, and oh, we even got the advancement for diamonds. I actually found diamonds while exploring. Yes, I even tried in here a little bit. And let's sleep real quick and get the night away. Okay. So we found some diamonds. Okay, let's go and take a look at what we got here. We managed to get some iron, some fish of course, some gold, some TNT for blowing things up, another tunic, and this item, which is what we're really looking for, the Heart of the Sea. This will allow us to create a water beacon so we can breathe underwater. And we got some prismarine crystal shards, basically. You have the prismarine crystals, and then you have the shards, which allow you to create prismarine blocks and lanterns. And of course, here's our 2 diamonds. Yay! I'm going to use those 2 to craft a enchanting table with some obsidian. Of course, we'll be doing that in another episode. Now, let me fill in the rest of this treasure map. And we'll go to the next area real quick. And I'll bring all this stuff back. So, I'll meet you over by the swamp. Which is just right over here. That's a negative slot. That's fine. Okay. And here we are over in a swamp area. Now, in swamps, you'll find these floating leaf things. They're lily pads, which you can actually stand on, believe it or not. See, I'm standing right on it. And they're also the decoration. But this is what we're after. Of course, here's the little mushrooms. Remember, I took down the big mushrooms, but here's a brown little mushroom. But that's what we're after right there, those vines. And give me my shears. And all I want to do is left click and we collect the vines. Now, we place this somewhere, they will grow. So I'm going to collect 4 of them. Oop, accidentally hit the leaf block, but it's okay. Alright, so we've gotten some treasures. Did I get the 4th one? Maybe not. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to my base, drop all this stuff off, and then we're going to go find that boat. And I'm back at the base. I dropped everything off, and I filled in the rest of the map, as you can see. So this is our first treasure map. I want to show you something that I'm going to do with it eventually when I have somewhere to put it. I'm going to create an item frame in which we can actually place that map into to display it. So to make an item frame, which is this item right here, you're going to need some sticks and a piece of leather, which you get from cows. If you have no cows and you actually have horses, you can actually kill horses for the possibility that they will also drop leather, but a lot of people don't look happy about doing that. So we're going to create this item, and it's going to take 8 sticks and that 1 piece of leather, and we create the item frame. So I'm going to take this item frame, I'm going to stick it right there. Now I can put anything in here to display it, like if I want to display that axe, I can put that in there and all that stuff, and take it right back out. But I'm going to use it to display this map right here, our first treasure map. And it's going to go bam, just like that. And look at that. Now we have our first treasure map displayed. All right, let's get over to the boat, which is in that direction. All right, guys, this is what we're looking for. This is a wrecked ship, or a shipwreck. And I found this one, which is why I wanted to show you, because it's a complete shipwreck. In other words, there are actually 3 sections to the ship because there are 3 different treasure chests. And there are variants of the shipwreck, and depending on what parts you find will determine what chest you can actually find. Since this is a full shipwreck, we have all 3 treasure chests. So I'm going to come over to here. Now I purposely did not bring my doors, and I will explain why in a moment. That's a dolphin. Over there. Now let's park over here. Oh, look, he wants to come and play. Okay, I'm not going to use the nautical terms, okay? So the sections are simple. You have the front section, which is here. You have the middle section, which is here. Then you have the back section, which is over here. Now, of course, all the chests are down underneath the water. So you have to be careful what you do, otherwise you will drown. So how do you not drown? Well, let me show you. The first chest is in there, the captain's room. But if we go down here underneath all of this, there's actually a door in the boats on this section only. Now, if this section is not here, this door will not be here. So I can actually breathe underwater. And in here, this is the galley. That's the captain's room up top. This is the galley. So in this chest, you're going to find odds and ends. All right, so we have all kinds of feathers. And we have another buried treasure map. I don't know if it's going to be the same one or it's going to be different. No, this is actually a different treasure map from the last one we found. I'm going to take it out of the chest. Underwater takes a little bit longer. And believe it or not, you see this wood right here? This is jungle wood. Unfortunately, I don't have a jungle yet. I haven't found it yet. I am going to take this because it gives me the jungle wood itself. Okay, now I'm still going to have air because the door is here, which is actually a jungle door. Now, the next chest I want is just right behind this. Come over to here, and look what you find. You find the food for the galley. Gunpowder, potatoes, which is really good. I'm going to get some air. Now, I can take this door and bring it over here, which I think I'll do. Okay, so let's bring the door over here. Let's open it up. Okay, now we have potatoes. So we can actually now start creating potato farms. And a suspicious stew. Now, what this will do is it will randomly give you a spell effect. Now, that could be good or it could be bad. It's random. That's why it's called suspicious stew. So if you want to use it, go right ahead. I take it just in case to have it. If I have nothing else, of course, I want that. Gunpowder. Gunpowder makes for rockets, fireworks, and, of course, TNT. I'm going to take the chest, too. Why not? I don't have to make them. Okay, so let's get up out of here. By the way, these are trapdoors, so, okay. I'm going to come up top real quick. So you can open and close trap doors. When I start using them, I will show you. See? Trapdoors just like that. Give me one quick second. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I had to take a phone call. Now, we've got the galley chest. We've got the storage chest. You know what? I think I said that backwards. The this is supposed to be, yeah. See, that was like the galley chest for the food. This is like the storage area. And now we're going to go into the captain's area. So we can get the real good stuff. Now, there's several different ways you can do to get this, because when you come down here, this uses these half slabs and it gets everything in the way. So if I move in here, I can't actually get in without trying to break something. But you can either crouch and sneak in or swim in like I just did. I'm going to place my door down, get my air pocket, and open this chest and let's see what we get. Oh, look at all these nice little goodies. We got some iron. We got some nuggets of gold and iron. And of course, these nice shiny green things, which we can finally start using to trade with that wandering villager that keeps annoying us. Also, we can use it to trade with villagers when we find them. So we're going to take all this good stuff. By the way, if you to collect, what you do is you select the item and you tap your mouse button twice. And it collects everything. Just like so. Of course, I could just break the chest and I collect everything anyway. But that's another thing we can do. My chest, I'm stealing it. I'm going to break the door. Okay, now, look, I can't get out, so I'll drown. But if I crouch and move forward, I get out from underneath that half slab. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to find that village in the desert. So I'm going to go back to the base, drop all the stuff off, and then I'm going to move my character over to that desert. And now the desert is if you go straight west from the base that I have on that little crescent island, you'll find the desert. It takes a little bit to get to it, but so we'll be right back for the rest of that. And by the way, to get that spruce wood, that you have to either find a spruce forest, which is a couple variants of, or if you find these mountains, you generally can find these spruce trees. Those are oaks. That might be spruce, maybe, up on there. Okay, and you have two different variants. You have a single log variant and a 4-log variant. Now I'll cover that when I get to going over the trees and the wood variants. All right, so let's go over to that desert village. All right, here we are over in the desert section. Now, the base is directly east in that one, basically right over there. Just follow where the sun rises from. Now, I've already collected the cactus. That's what this is here. There's two things about cactuses. You can cook it to get green dye with, or what you can do is, let's put the boat out of the way. If I say take, give me this block of dirt right here, not dirt, sand, excuse me. This is sand, and cactus only grows on sand, by the way. And if I throw this block at this cactus, it's going to destroy it. Watch. and it disappears forever, and you can never get it back. And if you run into it, it's going to damage you. Alrighty. Now, what you'll find in deserts, besides cactus, is this. Dead bushes. And if you destroy them, there's a possibility of getting sticks out of them. Or if you want to use them for decorations, you use shears to shear it, and then you can collect it. It's a dead bush. So that's another thing you can do for decorations and stuff like that. Now going over here from the ocean, up over this little rise or dune, you're going to see the next thing, the village. And what we can hopefully find here is some more food sources and possible trading with the villagers. At the very least, we can make it into a farm, a villager farm. So, here we are. This is a desert village. There's other types as well. You can find a village in the savanna, plains, forest, and the spruce forest and woods. Okay, those are villagers. The guys with the big hungers, the noses. And this is one of the next items I'm going to show you how to make this composter. Because I talked about, ooh, what do we have here? Now, if you can't see what it is, if you bring up your F3 hood screen and you look over here, it'll tell you what you're looking at. Right now, I'm looking at farmland. I don't want to look at the farmland. I want to look at the stem of what this is. That, I believe, is a melon. Oop, I turned it off. And we are looking at a melon stem. Nice. I don't want to hit this yet because if I hit that, chances are I'm probably going to destroy it. So I'm going to want the stem to develop so that we can actually get melons out of that. And we have wheat already, so we don't need to worry about the wheat. Now, he's a farmer already, so he has a profession. Since he is next to this composter, which is a tool, he actually has chosen a profession, which is a farmer. And if I right-click on him, we can talk to him. And he just destroyed that stem. And I was worried about that. And now notice nothing fell because it's not fully grown yet. That's the only thing about these guys. They will destroy their own farms. So now, if I have 22 carrots or 26 potatoes, I can trade that amount for a single emerald with this farmer. And of course, the more experienced he is, because right now he's only a novice, he'll have other trades, additional trades. And sometimes you'll get a discount if, you know, depending on the economy with the town, the village is, or we can actually increase it. Like if I hit this guy, he'll get mad at me, so it'll increase his prices. So it'll go, say, from 26 to 27 potatoes. All right. And now, sometimes these houses, buildings, whichever they are, will have stuff in them. Okay, that's a green bed with green carpeting. This is hay bale, which you make from wheat. And let's see, she's just got a lime green bed there. This is a flower pot, which I also eventually will show you how to craft. Easy enough. And let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. He's got a blast firm. Has he chosen a no? Okay. If they haven't chosen a profession, that's what they'll do. They'll nod their head back and forth, saying, "Nope, can't talk to you." So basically, they're like, "Get away from me!" Ooh, I love this color bed. And look what we found, a chest. And in the chest, what do we have? We have cactus and bread. Hey, it's something. Better than nothing. And that clunk clunk you're hearing is an iron golem, the protector of the village. That's this guy right here. He's the guy we get iron from. I'm not going to attack him because I don't want him to kill me. Oh, and there's a cat. Now, you used to tame cats in jungles. That has since changed. Ocelots now remain as ocelots, and villages will spawn in cats that you can tame with fish. I'll eventually come back and hopefully start getting cats. Just a wide variety of cats. Like, oh, look, oh, he's giving a flower to somebody. Who's he giving the flower to? Oh, this guy, this farmer over here. This is rare to actually see. Usually it's with the baby villagers. But he's offering the flower to the villager. And there's nothing to be in this one, I'll bet, right? No, it's not. But I always check just to make sure. Oh, and this is the bell. Ding! Everybody comes running. Everybody's hiding because I rang the bell. Okay. Oh. Alright, so we really didn't find too much of anything in here. But we know I have melons over there, so I have to let them grow up. I think most of this is going to be wheat. Let's check it to make sure. Oh, beetroots. Okay, this is a seed point. So if I pick this up, this will grow into beetroot. So I'm going to take that. And that is another melon stem. More beetroots. I'll take a second one. Okay, so I have 2 to start with, and that is beetroot, and of course, beetroots. Okay. So I have potatoes. I don't have carrots. I don't think any of this is. I think this is all wheat or beetroots even. Wheat, beetroots. And of course he broke that plant. Yeah. So, and oh, this is what the beetroot looks fully grown up right there. So let me show you what that looks like. And of course you can get red dye out of that, and of course you can get the beet soup out of it. But that's what you get. That beet right there. Alright. Now, if you need to sleep in a bed, and they're already sleeping in bed, if you just tap on the bed, they'll jump out, and then you can jump in. So it's a fast way to get the night out of the way if you want it out of the way. Alright, I'm going to steal these hay bales and bring all this stuff back to the base. So we did all the treasure hunting for today. We learned about treasure maps and how to find your treasure maps. We found a sunken ship and got some good treasure, especially the emeralds out of that, to use for trading. And we found our first village in which we can breed villagers and do villager trading. Alright guys, as always, thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, thank you for subscribing. Y'all take care now. Bye.